All right, so we're doing the 1 year review of the F150. It's right there.
Oh, that shit yonking. You have no parts.
So it was originally lowered, as you know, and now it looks like this, way better. We're finishing it up by the end of this month. But so far,
it looks like you skipped leg day. Looks like you.
it has 37s. How did it? It looks nice. They kind of they kind of look inverted, no? Like they're slanted, like this. All right, as you've seen that pretty stupid intro, we're doing should you buy a truck or a 1,000-mile review with the F150 single cab short bed, whatever the fuck you want to call it. So I currently have 8,138.7 miles on the truck at the moment, and that is, I think that's quite a little bit.
That's what I put. Sorry.
I think that is quite a little bit for the entire and a lot of these miles were, I'm lying, they were not freeway miles. I really barely took some freeway. So I did take this. I'm like 50 miles away from San Jose. I went to San Jose like 5 times maybe in this truck, and then I went to Fresno once in this truck just to like get an idea of like how many times I've really driven it. And the one time I did go to San Jose, it was an enjoyable experience, but that is all my own fault at the end of the day, because I did decide to upgrade the full suspension on this truck, and the shocks are blown. But it's been proving to be very difficult to actually fix the truck, because everyone in my area does not build shocks, and the one guy that does in Oakdale, fuck you, you're a little bitch, by the way. I texted him, and honestly, I might pull up the fucking Facebook just because fuck you. I texted him, and then fucking guy didn't respond for 4 days. So I'm like, okay, well, like, what do you have this post up, just to waste people's time or what? And he decided to respond hella quickly now, and he was like acting like a little bitch, like a little girl. So I was like, okay, I'm not gonna fucking pay you to do something like when you're being a little bitch, like you have like the worst customer service. But I was like, whatever. So, and then there's really no one in my area, and if there is, they're fucking absurdly expensive. Like, the closest one to me is Sacramento, and they're charging, I believe it's almost $500 per shock. I could be wrong. It could be around $600. So it's, the shock itself, that's $180. The material, that's another $150, and then there's like a bunch of stupid ass add-on charges that he fucking adds to it. And oh my god, she's hella shaking.
Wait, I'm trying to take
So it's like it's not fucking worth it at the end of the day.
Oh, this is only.
And he can't even fucking install them. Like, a lot of the fucking people that do it over here, like, what the fuck? I'm not trying to install it. That's why I'm fucking paying you $500 to fucking rebuild them and install them. But yeah, so I think when I do go to LA, or whenever I do end up going to LA, I'll take them there to get rebuilt, because I have a lot of friends out there that know a lot of people out there, so that's probably what I'm gonna end up doing. But yeah, that's it for the suspension, and you know, like kind of like dealing with Raptor suspension and stuff like that, like kind of the things you have to go through. But honestly, it just depends on your area. Like if you lived in a nice, or if you live in like the desert or something, you're probably good. But since I live fucking in Central California, there's really nobody that rebuilds shocks here. So, but that's it for Raptor suspension. Lower suspension, fuck, you don't gotta worry about that shit. It just rides a little shitty, but you just gotta change your shocks at the end of the day. So pretty much the truck rides really smooth on stock suspension. So if you fuck up your suspension, it's no one's fault but your own. But that's all I gotta say about suspension, because I was on a lowering kit, IHC, and I was on Raptor suspension too. So I got both sides of the story. So that's it for suspension. So I already talked about suspension. As far as the whole reliability and the maintenance and the payment and all that BS. So I did 2 oil changes in the lifespan. I did 1 oil change at 2,000 miles because I wanted to break in the motor. And my last one was, I believe, at 5,000 or 6,000 miles. But reliability, I've had 0 issues with this so far. Everything has been going well with the truck. And actually, since it's had 8,000 miles, it's only gained in value. I bought the truck originally. How much did you buy it for like 35, 37. And the truck is currently worth $39,500 with 8,500 miles, and I'm not even at 8,500 miles at the moment. So overall, the truck really does hold its value. As you can see right here, we got the wide body kit on it. This truck is gonna get sold once the suspension is tuned. It's gonna get a full paint job, front bumper, rear bumper, like everything's gonna be done to it. So this truck is gonna be sold. So this truck is not gonna stay here for a long time, and then I am gonna get a 2024 and pretty much just do the same thing and sell it as well. But this truck is gonna be one of one, only one in the world of that color and of that body style. So if you guys want something like this, just let me know. It's gonna be ready in about 2 months. We're gonna do the wide body kit at the end of the month for the rear, and then paint the full truck once that's all done. But obviously that takes a while due to the fiberglass. But anyways, yeah. So overall, over the last 8,000 miles, I have enjoyed the truck thoroughly. It's been I haven't had no issues with it, besides the issues that I created myself with doing the suspension and dropping it and all that stupid shit. But I did put a cooler intake. It just sounds cooler. It doesn't do anything. For the power of it, it's perfect. You know, I came from a Jeep, so it helps. So yeah. So now I talked about like reliability and all that. So now when time comes to gas mileage and what kind of mileage you'll get driving a truck like that with the 5.0 motor. So I have 3 different sources for the gas mileage I'm gonna give you guys, and that is me, my friend with the 4x4 Whipple truck, and my friend who's full bolt on. So you get 3 different measurements. Mine are stock measurements. There's boosted and naturally aspirated, and as well as I have tire differences. You know all that. So with let's say you're just lowered, right? You do no performance mods, nothing. You're gonna get around, if you drive right, you're gonna get around 17, 18 in the city. That's with an exhaust too, of course. Highway, you're gonna get around 25 to 30 on it. It's pretty good. So that's just straight stock if you're lowered or whatever. If you're just like normal ride high with normal wheels. And let's say if you're whippled with some 20s 4x4, a little heavier. I don't remember the exact one, but so the towing for that, he got around, I believe, 11 miles per gallon. And for just normal driving around, it's gonna be around 14, 15 miles per gallon. And that's driving pretty good. Not, you still get on it here and there, but then we go for full bolt-on actually aspirated. You're getting around 17, 18 city, and then just honestly around the same 25, 30 for freeway. So honestly, the gas mileage is pretty good overall for this vehicle. The only downside is when you go lift it and you get bigger tires. That's going to be the main drawback of this truck, where you really lose a lot of miles per gallon. But you could gain those back. So the way I was driving, kind of like, however the fuck I wanted, like, hey, it's a loud truck, it's a fun truck, I'm gonna drive it dumb, so getting on it occasionally, like, if I get right there, I was getting around, at one point I was getting 0.5 miles per gallon, and that's on 37s, by the way. So you guys need to keep that in mind. No rear gearing. The lowest gears you can get on those trucks, so if you go on the website and you look and check the lowest gears, those are the gears I have. I think it's 3.3 or 3.18 or some shit like that. So the gas mileage will vary depending on your gears as well. So if you had a higher trim single cab like the XLT, or it's 4x4 or something, you'll be good. Like, you'll probably get better gas mileage when it comes to getting larger tires. So right now I was getting around 0.5 miles per gallon driving like a fucking idiot. Then driving around normal, still kind of fucking around a little bit, I was getting around 5 to 6 miles per gallon. That's not really freeway, because I wouldn't really drive freeway. So when it comes to freeway, I drove to Pismo in one tank. It's around 350 miles away. I was driving 55 miles an hour. No, it was close to 60. I had a quad in the back. The reason for me driving so slow was I was with a group of three other trucks. They all had trailers, with like two to 4 Can-Ams per trailer. I think you've seen on the thing. But yeah, that's where I really got the best miles per gallon. So on the freeway, I think I got around 20 miles per gallon with 37s at 60 miles per hour. So the speed that you're going really varies the amount of miles per gallon you're gonna get. So when you first get on the freeway and you want to go 70, your RPMs are gonna be around 1700 with 37s and the gears that I have, and you can hear in the exhaust. Like I listen to the exhaust when I'm driving. So I didn't like that, so I slowed down where my RPMs will be at 1500, because 1500 are the most efficient you could be at when you're on higher tires, when you're on bigger tires. If you can get it down to 1000, that would be ideal, but you're usually never around that. I'm usually around 1400, 1500, 1300 rarely, going around 75, 80 on a Tahoe, stock, everything 5.3. So every car is really going to be around that. It just depends on the engine size at that point. But these are very similar, the Tahoe and the truck. Not weight, but motor size. So you're going to be around the same with that. Yeah. And after I started driving good, like I was like a granny. I was getting 14 miles per gallon in city with 37s. So it is a big difference, but you do got to drive like a little bitch. That is the main difference. And you know, you can drive like a little bitch, and then, you know, whenever you want to like get on it, you get on it. Like you're just helping yourself at the end of the day. So yeah, that's overall it. I kind of did rant a long time for gas mileage, but you know, it's something you really have to look at when you're getting a new vehicle or you're getting a vehicle in general, because like you're gonna go through that almost weekly. Like at one point I was getting gas almost twice a week, but if not every single week. So it was just like an every single week thing, and sometimes it got really bad and it was twice a week. And that's filling the tank completely. So to fill the tank right now at around 490, 480-ish, it's around $80 to $90. And I do believe I have a smaller tank. I know you can get a larger tank, but that's overall what you're going to be paying to fill the tank. Sorry, but you know, just to give you guys an idea of what you guys be paying like regularly on a weekly basis. And the payment is honestly, it's just depending on like the dealership you can go to like that, but your payment's probably gonna be around, what I've heard is $600 to $800. My payment is $800 due to one reason, and that was because of the Jeep. So that's the main thing, but everyone's gonna be different. So if I didn't have to deal with that fucking stupid ass Jeep, my payment would be like $600. But it's gonna be different. APR is pretty low. I think it's 2%, but I think it's 2 or 3.5%, 2.5% or 3.5%. But honestly, it all depends on you, like on your own credit. So yeah, that's it for like pricing, gas mileage, and you know, overall suspension and all that stuff. I just really wanted to go over everything, all the things that I was complaining about, like the thing I was wondering when I first bought this truck. And this truck, honestly, I would buy this truck again a million times. You know, like it's one of the best purchases, or the best vehicle purchases, the only second vehicle purchase I've ever did, and it's one of the best. All right, editor Christian here. Thank you for watching this YouTube video. I didn't want to go outside and record with the truck, to be honest, so I didn't really want to make an outro for it. But that's pretty much the end of the video. If you guys do want to see more progress of the truck, I will be posting more. The next video, I do believe, is kind of like what's kind of gonna happen to the truck and what I've done in the like 2 months, 3 months that I haven't posted, and pretty much go over everything, the plans for the truck, what's gonna end up happening with it more in detail, because I know I did talk about it a little bit, but just pretty much go in more in detail, discuss everything, where you can get the parts, why I chose going this way instead of this way, this and that. But anyways, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys liked it. Yeah.